There it goes. Okay. Alright. Sorry, everybody. We were having some issues. I apologize for the stream starting late. I was at a graduation ceremony for our 2 exchange students, and the speaker would not shut up. He just kept going on and on and on. We're here now. We were having some technical issues, and we're not very technical people, so we were having some issues. I appreciate your bearing with us. And again, if you're watching this live and you're realizing there's still issues, please tell us, because we don't really have any way of knowing, at least not to my knowledge.
No, I have no idea what we're doing.
Yep, we're kind of just guessing, but everything looks like it's working okay. Ooh.
Maybe a little buffering.
Yeah, looks like we're having some buffer issues with Twitch.
I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if I do...
I mean, it looks the same as the screen, so I'm just gonna say that we're good.
Yeah, okay. Let's go good. Do you want to start, or...
Hi, guys!
Oh.
Last we left off on Rock Village, and we had gone through the Fire Canyon, and we got to Rock Village, and we ended the stream there. So I guess that's where we're picking it up at.
Sounds good. Let's get going.
Oops. It's gonna be a little bit of a when we get them through.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Teleporters feel weird, apparently.
Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders!
I hate that guy. He was such an annoying boss.
And it looks like the Blue Sage is working
And
on a levitation
anyone that
machine to
throws
move
things
them.
at you,
Assuming it's
like, just
operational, we're gonna
no.
need power
Yeah.
cells to fuel it.
They're bad
I guess
people.
You two are going to have to find some more.
You don't throw
We
things.
better take a look at
Learn
the
that in
notes.
preschool.
Jack,
Dangerous.
go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the fur ball with you.
One thing I do feel like I'm going to complain about with this particular game is the subtitles. Like, there's no subtitles. Because I have, like, real bad hearing, even when I'm not talking constantly. So I really wish this game had subtitles so that I could know for sure that I was hearing everything correctly. But,
I mean, honestly, we've played this game so many times that we don't really need the subtitles because we already know what's happening.
I guess at this point, the subtitles would be more benefit for the audience.
Well, yeah, I guess.
I guess the way around that is we need to stop talking during
Until we find out why the Blue
cutscenes.
Sage disappeared, you're going to need
But I
to
got
collect
stuff to say,
45
you
power
know?
cells to fuel
Yeah,
the
I
machine.
mean,
Go get 'em.
I guess we've seen the same cutscenes so many times throughout our life that we kind of get bored of them. Because we know what they're saying. We know what's going to happen afterwards. We know, without anybody telling us what to do, we know what to do.
Yeah.
But I guess other people aren't going to have that same reaction.
Yeah, they're just like, guys, stop.
I want to know!
Alright.
Oh, no, not another
Oh, he's got
hero.
purple hair too.
I lost my shorts on this so-called hero.
Nobody
Right
in
against
this
the
game
monster
has,
up there.
like, regular colored hair.
Smart
Yeah.
money's on the monster.
I mean, I suppose you could
That way you
argue,
pretty much
like,
tap me
Jack,
out.
with
So,
having yellow
I got
hair,
a
you could
proposal.
say it's, oh, it's blonde.
Bring me 90 orbs to get me
But,
back on my feet and out
yeah,
of that barrel,
this
and
guy's
I'll
got
give you a
purple hair.
power cell in
I think the
return.
guy sitting next to him
And
has,
if
like,
you
green
hate,
hair.
you have one more
Super
bet
cool.
on mine. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing
blue hair
segment
is pretty
towards
common.
Precursor Basin,
Yeah.
and I'll get a pretty payoff. But that, I'll give you
Well,
another
apparently
power
everyone in this
cell.
world just loves to dye their hair, which is awesome. Oh, yeah, we're kind of bumping each other.
Whoa, yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell I promised.
I don't want to know where he was keeping that. It's,
If you don't even have pants, and you have to use a barrel for pants, then where are you keeping your essentials?
yeah. It's,
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakkow steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Because it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he
Is
sealed
it just
the
me,
passageway
or
to his roost with
do
a
the
30-ton
boulders look like massive
leaving
balls?
no way for anyone
yes!
to challenge.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Just get me
So,
some noodles and
our
we're good to go.
sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure, and seal my doom? All right, fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
It's cool, we can do it ourselves.
Yeah, we'll do a better job anyways.
Oh, wonderful. You brought me the precursor orbs.
Like, oh
All
great.
right,
I'm getting paid
I'll
to do
fix the
nothing.
bridge. But don't ask me to get involved
I'm not a
with that
Superman
creature again.
anymore.
Telepathically sets them back and yeah.
I will say, it is hard to keep talking when you hear yourself like a second later.
Yeah.
It just messes with my mind.
That's why I have one of these pulled off.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it's still like, I say something and then the microphone says something. Like, it's irritating.
Yeah.
It confuses me because it's like I'm half listening to myself but half trying to get words out.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's the problem I'm facing. So like the first kind of main area, it has 3 subsections we can go to. The first is the underwater section.
Which should be second.
Okay.
Yeah. I would do the
swamp area should probably be the third one.
yeah,
Okay.
and the floaty area would be first.
Yeah, the zoomer section.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this guy. Nice.
It's kind of a mini section, but it's very difficult. Oh, I thought you were gonna open up the
I've got a research
thingy.
project.
Oh, I think I need to get more than one. of
Well,
them.
yeah, there's several along the way. You just have to get them at the right
Well,
time.
perhaps we can
Yeah.
help each
I
other.
don't remember where they're all
I've
at.
been
So
studying
I'm
the
gonna have to look
burrowing
around
patterns
a
of
second.
lightning bolts
Okay.
in the precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface.
Oh no.
And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research.
Why does everybody want
Fair enough.
90? Like, why is that the even amount that everybody wants?
I don't know. I mean, at least it's consistent. There's no, like, inflation rate or whatever.
Yeah, so you'd have to go get that one, run to the second one, and then sprint to the third place.
Yeah. It's just... Oh, did I pass it? Huh?
I think it was, like, more on the outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
here.
It's tricky.
Oh, yeah. Like, you need... all...
Oh, jeez.
I thought I had barely passed it, but guess
It's a
not.
burning meatball!
Yeah. Go, 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 go! Roll, jump! Get everything!
Roll.
Roll! No, come on! Come on, come on, come on! Get off the rock!
Stupid rock.
We're gonna be here for a while. Let me line myself up.
Yeah, roll through it. Never mind.
Oops. That's gonna cost me some time. Ah. Getting closer.
Nasty
Try
Lucas.
rolling through that. So you're already on your way.
Get close, and then just...
There you go.
That's not good.
You gotta aim.
I'm trying, man. Yeah, he just... Frustration is building.
Nope.
But I absolutely can't make it with just one.
No. Not at all. Honestly, the one is barely enough just to get to the second one. Yeah.
So sensitive. Okay. Hup. 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 Nope. This is gonna be good. Come on. Oh. Ah.
Nasty Lucas.
Nasty Lucas.
Hup.
Oh god.
That's not. Oh, come on! He, like, barely clips the branch and he's just, oh no! I got a concussion!
I'm stuck.
Rocks have feelings too.
Did she just say rocks and feelings too?
Yes.
I mean, personally, I agree. Yeah!
There you go. Alright.
Feels good. Okay, let's go down.
This is a fun place.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite sections of the whole game. Because honestly, I just like being chase these cute little... Alrighty.
That's one of those flying lurkers. He might have a power cell.
I don't want to actually run into it. But the fact that he keeps going in a circle...
Well,
starts
yeah,
to make me mad.
they do.
Kind of herd him over to his hole, and he's just like, nah, man.
Have you even found the hole?
It's right there!
Right there.
I already chased one of them in.
There you go.
Oh, there's this thing. Almost had two with one. Oops. Hit that.
Go.
Oh, sorry. like, they'll run right past it. And
I mean,
then it's
they
just
are
like,
blind.
That is true. Here you go.
Yay.
Okay, got one more for your family. Let's get, what should we name this one? Steve. Steve the Lightning Mole. Yep. Come on, Steve. Get in your hole. Yay. There we go.
Steve's home.
Geologist.
Okay. Now,
Is that all of them?
yeah.
Oh,
I think
nice.
Daxter was just like, okay, we just got them all.
Cool.
Here, you nerd. Come here, you nerd. Hup, 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 hup.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Dang it. Yeah.
There we go. I keep trying to jump into them, and I think that slows me down just a tiny bit.
I mean, it's useful if you're in range.
Yeah. Jump up. There we go. Get all the orbs in this area before we...
Yeah, so we don't.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to hit those giant clusters. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those are actually a one-hit death. Like, no matter how much you health, or how much health you have.
Honestly, I think it's just normal one hit. Like, I don't think it kills you right away.
Do you want to test that theory?
I mean, you are the one that's testing things and dying.
I thought the blue eco would work.
It didn't. Just to let you know, in case you missed that, it did not work.
Well, I mean, you know, maybe it was just because it was like blue eco. Maybe you need like red eco, and
Oh
then I
yeah,
can
I'm
fight
sure
the
that would make all the difference.
Yay. Let's move on to the next area. I'll come back and do the racing flag, but I don't like doing racing. Oh, that's gonna be a problem, isn't it?
I think we're frozen.
Yeah. Hold on. Looks like the stream is, not doing so hot.
I can't even read the words without my glasses, so
Yeah.
kind of on you.
Yeah, well. Okay, it looks like Twitch has frozen, so we're gonna end the stream here and pick it back up in a sec.
Cool.
Oh wow, this is not good.
We did our best.
Okay. That should start going.
Hopefully.
Yeah. If you're watching this, our stream just froze. And we didn't know how to fix it, so we just stopped the stream, and now we've just restarted recording. So we're gonna see how well this works.
Just chasing down the purple monkeys.
Oh, he goes. Nope, we're good. Don't worry about it. I was gonna say I'm a good driver, but I don't have my license.
Yeah, you refuse to get it.
Listen. I'm
No.
gay, so it's okay.
No.
Gays don't drive. Everyone knows that.
What? That is so not a thing.
You have never heard that meme before?
No.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, you got him.
There's three different types of gays. There's bad at driving, bad at math, and bad at sports. Me, I'm all of them!
I think that's not a good thing to say.
Well.
I mean, just because you are something doesn't mean that you can talk trash about them.
Well, I mean, no, I'm saying that's like literally a meme on the internet, is that gay people don't drive. Because that's that apparently is like all over, we don't drive.
Yeah, because you talk other people to driving you all over the place every single day.
Yeah, so it's not a problem. I still get around. I still get to my job, into all of my
And who
different
takes you there?
activities. My mom.
And your dad.
My dad. Listen, driving isn't safe.
What?
More people die driving than pretty much anything. I need to go back. I'm just saying, I'm trying to keep myself alive.
Okay, if you are a careful driver, then it's perfectly fine. I mean, you still have to worry about other non-careful drivers.
Exactly. I'm not worried about myself driving, I'm worrying about the other idiots on the road.
That's why we take back roads.
Yeah, but I can't do that everywhere. We get away with that because we live in like podunk nowhere.
Hey, we've got 1,000 people in this town, Missy.
And half of them are in prison.
Well, yes.
Yeah, we literally live in a prison town. Like half the population is a part of the... It's actually the, what is it? The Iowa...
It's the Iowa Women's Institution or something.
Yeah, like the Iowa Women's Correctional Institution.
Oh yeah, correctional facility.
Yeah, so every lady in Iowa who commits a crime, they come visit us. Well, not us.
Well, I mean, our parents' house is actually like 2 blocks from the prison.
We're right down the road from them.
And what's funny is all across the roads there are signs that say "Do not pick up prisoners." I just think that's funny because, like, if there's a prison break or something, then like they're already planning ahead and just like, hey, just in case, don't pick anyone up, especially women.
They're dangerous ladies. Come on. I'm not gonna get this guy. He keeps slaloming, and this thing does not corner well.
If you... Okay. Regular driving lesson here.
Oops.
When you're coming to a turn, you slow down.
Nah. I'm pretty sure
you don't just keep going full force and then keep banging into everything you come to.
Yeah, I got him!
Finally. Now I'd like to see you get the one in the air.
Oh, man.
Good
Well, see,
flying.
that's
Those lurkers were
not
no
necessarily
match
a
for your
driving
zoomer.
problem, that's a
one more
platforming
power
on a
cell.
zoomer that you cannot make stop completely. Like, it will always keep just barely inching forward.
Well, that's why you're conscientious of your driving. I mean, it's the same thing in real life.
Oops.
Oh, jeez.
Nice. Listen, I know what I'm doing.
And then you have to come back up here to get the circly thingies.
Oh, yeah, the circle racing. I hate those so much. Can you do those?
Yeah, I can try. I might have to put my glasses on.
Whoop. Whoop. Whoop.
Ah!
Mm.
Too much of a hoop.
Too much boost.
Oh god.
Oops. No, I'm fine.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I am perpetuating the stereotype, and that's fine.
No, you're just being dumb.
Well, I'm also stupid, so...
You're the smartest one in the family.
No.
Yeah. Little
I
Ross.
actually... Come on, go! Okay.
Wait, stop. Okay, there you go.
Like,
line
we
yourself
were-
up.
I'm gonna get all these orbs.
You gotta speed up.
Well, I'm saying I'm getting all the
Oh.
orbs, and then I'm gonna back up. Like, we were literally, at the graduation ceremony, and I
You
was
gotta
just
jump
like...
too.
Whoop! And I was
Yay.
like, my stupid ass is so lucky to have graduated. I started out with such a good, like, career in education. Like, I was getting all A's, I was doing awesome, my teachers loved me.
Yeah?
And then halfway through high school,
You gave up.
well, some shit went down, and I was just like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah. I get that. I was a mediocre student, and then my senior year, I think it was, I just kind of stopped. Like, I was just done. I didn't like getting up in the morning, and I didn't like the homework. Like, I was perfectly fine with, like, in-class work.
Oh, yeah.
But anything that you wanted me to go home after being in this building, feeling, like, claustrophobic all day, and then all of a sudden you want me to go home and do the same thing.
Yeah.
No. I just couldn't do that.
Yeah, I was very much the same way. That I would get as much done in class as I could. I would usually get a lot done.
Yeah.
And then I'd go home and be like, nah, don't want to do it.
I mean, I don't understand the point of homework. Like, I get they want you to keep thinking about the content and get it, like, really stuck in your head. But in all honesty, like, when you grow up and you get a job, they tell you not to take your work home with you.
Yeah.
Because you have to have your own life.
Mm-hmm.
You have to live your own experiences, that you shouldn't just be stuck in your work. And I feel like the whole concept of homework is the opposite of that. That, like, we want you to memorize this and have this just stuck in your head, so we're gonna make you do it 24/7. And you don't get any free time whatsoever. Even with a grown-up job, you get free time. I'm very passionate about this.
Oh yeah. And see, it used to be like I would do my homework, I would be fine with it.
Yeah.
And then I just wouldn't turn it in. Like, that made so many... Oh, I missed it. Bad driver. That made so many of my teachers mad, because they would be like, you have it done. Why didn't you turn it in? And I was just like, I don't know.
I
forgot. Yeah, probably.
My problem would be, like... Okay, so a lot of my teachers would pass out the homework, like, during them teaching the lesson, but then they wouldn't give you any time to do any of it in class.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, you couldn't ask questions about the homework while you were there. So, if you go home and you have a question, then who's gonna help you?
Yeah. Well,
so I would kind of half listen to the lesson and half do my work, like, while they're talking, and get most of it done. But then when it came to going home and trying to finish the rest of it, it was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. That's very much. And usually it's like that with, like, a math class.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I was okay up until algebra. Like, algebra, I was decent at, but then, like, geometry, nope, couldn't do it.
As soon as they started putting the alphabet into math, I was just like, you lost me. Okay. And then, like,
letters and numbers are different.
And the worst part is, like, imaginary numbers.
Yeah.
Like, what? How is a number not real? Apparently it happens, but I don't know. I just zoned out. That's probably why I had to take geometry twice.
I probably should have. I think I got, like, a low C. If that.
See, there was a point. I don't think I'm gonna get that.
You have to jump off the first rock.
Oh,
hurry!
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna.
Nope.
It's going. Okay. Well, I see how to do it. I think it was like my my junior year that they put me in Recalc and Trig. I was in there for like 10 minutes. And I was like, please let me leave. I can't do this. I want to cry. And so I took a statistics class.
I also took that.
Like, that class was so easy. And the teacher was awesome. There was a guy in my class. Every day, he would show up 10 minutes late with, like literally, like, 10 minutes late with Starbucks. He would drink his coffee, eat his, whatever treat he had with him, and then he'd go to sleep. That dude got an A. That dude got an A.
So maybe he was, like, secretly a genius?
Yeah. He was, like, nocturnal or whatever, and he's just, like, studying in his dreams. Yeah. And I sat in the back of the class with Fred Clark. He's awesome. And we were just, like... Usually what we would do is we would just be back there playing tic-tac-toe or, like, hangman. How did I... What? But yeah, we passed that class, and I have no idea how statistics work.
Honestly, that's like the majority of my high school career. Is I passed this class, but I have no idea what happened during it.
Oh yeah.
The classes that I loved the most were like art with Swearingen.
Yeah.
I love Swearingen. He's so cool.
I never took a single art class, and I still know that guy's awesome.
Yeah.
He was great.
Regardless of what he was teaching, like, I'm sure I learned something, but he was just cool. And he lives down the road from us. Did you know that? Yeah,
I did not.
He lives in Mitchellville.
Nice.
Yeah. He lives kind of like by Mrs. Vinegar. You know where she lives?
Yes, because I love her house. Her house has
it's so cute. Jump.
Her house has like the perfect aesthetic. Oh yeah, like
so
she
cute.
lives in this cute little brick house with little brick chimney stack and ivy climbing up all sides.
Bushes
it's
all around,
perfect.
like, it's awesome. And she's my favorite teacher of all time. Like, I love Swearingen, but Mrs. Vinegar was the teacher that I had, like, during the year that I had cancer. And she took care of me so well. She, like, the days that I was able to come into class, she would sit me down and be like, okay, for you to pass this year, you need to know these things. We're not going to worry about all the rest of it. Just learn these things, and you will pass. Yes.
Thank you for saving those moles. That's awfully good of
I
you.
think
because, like, they were trying to hold me back.
Yeah.
Because I missed 109 days out of the school year. Well, no, it's not my fault, but in order to pass to the next year, you had to actually learn something.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, I wasn't there the majority of the time meant that they wanted to hold me back just to make sure that I learned something.
Yeah.
So the days that I was, like, physically able to go to school, she would hold me, like, through recess, which at the time I did not like.
Yeah.
But she would sit me there and be like, okay, you need to know this, this, and this. Forget about this.
Yeah.
I still don't know cursive.
I was just about to say, cursive doesn't matter.
Nope.
Nobody uses it.
Nope.
Now here's your power cell.
I feel the same
Collect my
about
big
fractions.
payoff.
Yes.
I still do not understand fractions.
For me, I'm okay with fractions. Decimals. I hated decimals. Especially, like, converting decimals to fractions. I hated that. Yeah.
No. Just keep that thought away from me. Ugh. What calculators are for.
Exactly. People like to say your brain is your best calculator.
Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
My brain cannot compete with Google's the best.
Oh my god. When I got into high school, I would start using my phone and, like, Googling the equations. But the best thing is, okay, most of your teachers are going to be like, oh, well, you have to show your work. Which sucked.
That's what killed it for me.
But Google,
Yes.
you could type in the equation
It shows
and
how it
also
got it.
say, show the work.
Yeah.
And it shows you everything. You just be like, copy, paste. Okay, I'm smart.
Now, my main thing with the showing the work is when I would do homework, I would have 2 sheets of paper. One would have all my work on it, and then the other one would have my answers. Because I'm just, like, I'm a neat freak. Oh, you're supposed to be playing here. Sorry.
Oh, hold on, I got sweaty hands.
Yeah, same. I was like a neat freak, so...
Come on, just go back. Come on.
I think it's triangle. So I do all my work on one page, find my answer, and then I'd put that on the paper that I would turn in. Because I hated, like, having to have all, like, the eraser marks, and especially, especially if you had, like, a pencil that your eraser was garbage, and you'd get those ugly black streaks. I hated turning in dirty papers like that. So I would turn in my paper that had all my answers, and my teachers would automatically assume, you looked in the back of the book, you're a cheater, blah 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 blah. I got called into the office so many times because of that. And so eventually oh careful. Yeah. I did the I did everything the same way. I just would like staple those papers together. Yeah. And even that I hated. I hated the appearance of making mistakes. And even to this day, if I have to do like, stuff like that, I will not like let myself turn in like papers with like erase marks and scratch marks because I hate it. It's not the aesthetic that I want.
Yeah. One thing that I really regret is when I was in junior high. I forget his name, but my math teacher, he had this rule that even if you turned in something late, you could still get full credit as long as you just did it. And I did not take advantage of that. I was very embarrassed about the fact that I had late work, so I just would never turn it in.
Yeah.
And that was very bad for my GPA. But at the time, it was just like, that's all I could think of. Was like, I didn't want to be one of those kids that was seen as a failure or lazy or whatever they would think of you. Like, I couldn't stand that. So if for whatever reason I hadn't done the work, I would just never turn it in. Yeah. So I had lists of things that hadn't been turned in. And in all reality, it was because of my anxiety. Mm-hmm. Even if I eventually, like, actually did the assignment, I still just couldn't find it within me to turn it in.
Yeah, I remember very clearly one of the times that, you know, I got called in for not doing my homework at all.
Yeah.
They were just like, you know, maybe it was because, you know, maybe you just misplaced your papers. So let's go through notebooks and we'll see if we can find it. Went through my notebooks, every single paper, all complete, not turned in. And they were just like, what are you doing? I don't want to turn in late papers. So you're not going to turn it in at all? Pretty much. It's just not going to happen, guys.
I'm a rebel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the work, but I'm not gonna turn it in just because you said to.
Yeah, that was my entire, like, every math class I was ever in. Just like, if it's not done by the time the class is done,
then it's over.
Yeah, it's never getting turned in. But like, I loved, I won't say all, most of my English teachers.
Oh yeah, English was a breeze.
Yes. Crap. The only class that I didn't do well in English-wise was ones that did like assigned readings, because they always had like the dumbest books they wanted you to read. The worst in my case was Old Man in the Sea.
Oh God.
I don't know if you remember reading that, but Old Man and the Sea was the most boring book I've ever read in my whole life. And you know, that probably could just be because I was told to read it. Because there were a lot of books we were told to read, and I didn't like them. But like, because I used to work at the library in town for a few years.
Yeah.
And I would find those same books and be like, you know what, I want to try it again, I want to try reading it, and I was able to go through the whole thing, and I loved it. So maybe my hatred of Old Man and the Sea was just because I was told, sit here and read this. So maybe I should just try and find it again. But I loved my English classes. They were always so much fun, and I feel like English teachers are usually like the
Down to earth.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're usually like the chill teachers, and then math teachers are just like the mean ones, or the crazy
Mr. Phillips.
ones. Yes.
Did you have him?
I didn't, but I was aware of how weird he was.
Oh my gosh. So, one day in junior high, I think it was like 8th grade, I came to, he was like my study hall teacher or something, and I came like a couple minutes late, and I walked through the door, and he like storms up to me, grabs the books and my binders and everything out of my hands, throws them, and then tells me to go to the office. What? So I go to the office, and I'm like, I've got this hot head, like, oh, he just fucked up. Like, he should not have done that. You do not touch a student, you do not touch their belongings, you don't throw their belongings. No. I don't care if you've had a bad day, I don't care if someone just, like, some student was just, like, the devil to you. I don't care. You don't treat another student like that at all.
Yeah.
And I went to the office, and they tried giving me detention. And they called Mom.
Oh no. Wrong choice.
Yeah. The moment she showed up, she was mad at me. To start with. Because of what they had told her. That I was late to a class, and like I was being belligerent or something. And she sat down, like she always does. She always gets both sides.
Yeah, she's very good about that.
Yeah. She sat me down. She was just like, what happened? And I told her, and she just got red. Like, just, I'm gonna kill someone type of mad. And eventually, I don't know exactly what happened to him, but it was basically like I was no longer in trouble. I didn't have to do detention or anything. So I think he, at the very least, got talked to. Like, you can't do this. Come to find out, the next year when I went to 9th grade in the high school, he had gotten transferred to the high school.
Oh no.
I don't know if that was like a type of punishment for him, but the junior high never saw him again. I saw him a few times in the high school, and he remembered me. Every time I would pass him in the halls or something, he would be like, hello, Miss Greenhorn. Like, hi.
I've only ever gotten in trouble at school, like legitimately in trouble, twice. And I'm very proud of both of them, because, listen, I truly believe, sorry, that kind of got weird. I was going to say I firmly believe and I truly believe, that I was in the right in both ways.
Okay.
The first time was in 6th grade. In 6th grade, the entire time I was at elementary school, I was bullied pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because I was the fat kid. And now that I think about it, I wasn't actually fat.
You have never been fat.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous that anyone would say that.
I think the thing was that our town is kind of poor. And so a lot of the kids come from poor families. So their skinniness might have been because they probably didn't get every meal. Which is sad when you think about it. But, you know, at the time, you know, I was the fat kid. Everyone makes fun of the fat kid. That just seems to be the norm, which is really...
Your family feeds you? Nerd!
Pretty much, yeah. But I was bullied pretty much all of elementary school. And in 6th grade, it was like the very first week. Like the first Friday. And I got... Like, we were doing some sort of, like, a team, like, partner kind of project or whatever. I got paired up with one of the kids who was, like, one of my biggest bullies. And he would just, like, rag on me and just was not letting up. And I turned to him and I go, "You stop, or I'm gonna make you stop." And he kept going. I hauled back and punched him in the nose. I'm pretty sure I broke his nose because he just, like, instantly just, like, blood everywhere.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I timed it wrong because our brand new principal just walked into the room. First thing he sees in this class is me hauling off and punching this kid, and he was just like, what?
Oh my god. That is so good.
Yeah. So I got suspended, which was basically...
Remember this?
Yeah, this was like very early in the morning that this happened. So I got suspended for the rest of the day, and I was back on Monday. But you know what? I have no regrets about that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, bullies are jerks. And I'm not an advocate for violence. In every scenario, I will try to diffuse a situation. I don't like being angry. I don't like being aggressive and violent.
Yeah.
I hate that. You know, I'm very... I won't call myself a pacifist, but I'm just very anti-violence. But I'm glad I hit that kid. I really am. Because that was honestly the first time ever that I actually stood up for myself.
Yeah?
You know, because we were always getting the whole, you know, if someone bullies you, it's probably because, you know, they don't have a good life themselves, and so it's not right to be mean back to them, and just ignore them, and blah, 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 blah. That doesn't work. It does not work.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Because you always think, like, oh, well, if I'm just the bigger person, and I don't react, I don't show them that it's a big deal, then somehow they're gonna see the adult that I am and not mess with me anymore.
Yeah, but it's very dumb.
In the real world, in, like, the kids' world, you're just seen as, like, a nerd and a dork and, like, a loser because you're not sticking up for yourself.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah. So that was the first time I ever got in trouble. The second time I got in trouble, it actually led to several different times of me getting in trouble with the same teacher. However, teacher was an idiot. And he was...
Can you say his name?
I don't know if you had him. Mr. Hartman at the high school?
I did not have him, but I know a lot of people did.
Yeah. He taught several different classes. He taught a basic psychology. He taught... Oh, you're in a hate loop
I know,
there.
I'm waiting.
He taught, like, basic psychology. He taught Western civilizations and world religions. I took all three of those classes. bad idea. The psychology class was fine. After that one, I had world religions, and that should have been the time when I realized I can't be around this man. He's not a good person.
Short, but really big.
Short, fat, and bald.
I think I had him for world religions.
Oh yeah. He's racist. Like, I remember the thing I got in trouble with was we had just started our section on Islam.
Yeah.
And he felt it was appropriate for him to bring in a prayer rug, which was like a carpet he bought at Walmart for like $2.50. And he also, I think he actually like brought in a towel that he like wrapped around his head to have it be like a turban. It was bad. It was real bad.
Seriously?
Seriously, yes.
Wow.
And I got in trouble because I was just like, sir, you shouldn't be doing this. This is highly inappropriate, incredibly offensive. You should be ashamed of yourself for doing this because you're insulting a very beautiful religion. You know, Islam's actually awesome. You know, if you go through and actually study like all their different beliefs.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's beautiful. You know, I would argue the fact that most Muslim people are going to be the most beautifully devout people because like doing 5 prayers a day. No other religion does that. No other religion says you will pray to your God, whoever it is, 5 times a day. You will do this. No other religion does that. And that's a beautiful... I think that's great. That's a great showing of just how pure your faith is. If you're just like, 5 times a day, I'm talking to God. I love that. I think that's great. I wish I had the devoutness, the dedication to pray to my gods every day. It doesn't happen, but like I wish it did because I think that's awesome. But he would do these things and very clearly meaning to insult these religions because it wasn't just with the Islam that he would do this. He also did this with I think it was Buddhism. And oh, you're gonna need him to break that. He would insult the idea of reincarnation, and what else was it? Like just a bunch of different stuff in every religion that he would find that he would make fun of. And he thought it was okay because he himself is not a religious man.
Oh, he said that so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in any of this, but I'm supposed to teach you about it.
Yeah. And
like,
honestly,
okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with an atheist teaching world religions. If anything, that's probably how it should be.
As long as you're unbiased about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is if you're an atheist, you don't believe in religion, you're probably going to be the most unbiased about different religions. Whereas, you know, if you're Christian teaching about Judaism, you're going to have some bias to it. If you're Muslim teaching about Shintoism or Hinduism, you're going to have some bias about it. If you're atheist and you don't believe in anything, you're probably not going to have a lot of bias.
But still don't make fun of it.
Exactly. That's what it was, the fact that he kept making fun of these religions. And it was just offensive. And I hated it. And I called him out and I said, "Sir, you don't do this. It's just not right. Don't do this." And so I got written up for disrespecting my teacher's authority.
Oh my gosh.
And I got sent to the office, and Mom got called. And she was mad. She was like, "Why are you in the office? What did you do this time? Who'd you punch this time?" And so again, she sat down and was like, let me get your side of the story. And I said, Mom, this is what he's doing. He can't be doing this. This isn't right. I'm not going to stand here and listen to someone belittle someone else's religion. You know, regardless of whether it's my religion or not, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to let you...
still respect it.
Exactly. I'm not going to let you insult literally a third of the entire world. Because I'm pretty sure, like, a third of the world is Christian, a third of the world is Muslim, and then the last third is a mix of a whole bunch of different religions. But I was just like, I'm not going to let you do that. And she got mad. She was just like, you're telling me that my kid is in trouble because they're trying to defend other people's faith. That's not right. And so, I got out of that one. Good. But then that one incident led to... Yeah, you needed that one guy. That one incident led to me having so many problems with him. Because after that, he realized that I wasn't going to take his shit. Yeah. And every time that he would start in, you know, making fun of literally anything, I would just be like, don't. Not while I'm here. Not on my watch. And yeah, I just kept getting sent to the office. Dang it. Kept having Mom called. Kept being like, Mom, this is what he's doing. And I wasn't having it. I did... There was a point where I was sitting in like an extra room with a bunch of friends. We had like a free period. We were just hanging out, working on projects. And, I just happened to be, like, at a computer facing the wall. And everyone was kind of just talking about teachers that they disliked. And we're just like, no, you know, I don't like so-and-so because of whatever reason, blah, 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 blah. So me, I'm sitting there, I'm typing, I'm just like, you know what? Not a fan of Hartman. Because, you know, he's an idiot. He's highly disrespectful. I can't stand to look at him. He looks like a weasel. I'm just, like, completely just dragging him through the mud. The room just goes dead silent. I turn around, I'm just like, guys, don't you agree? Oh.
He was right there.
Hi, Mr. Hartman.
Dang it.
So...
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you're right.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated.
I had a lot of issues with him. And, I'm so glad that I'm not in any of his classes anymore. He actually... One of the instances was so stupid, he kicked me out of his class because I was being a distraction. You know who I was distracting? The people who I was working with on the project. We were I think we were like talking about like ancient Egypt.
Okay.
And I had like mentioned, I don't know, like some way in which, yeah, first try.
Good for you.
I had mentioned like some way Egypt was tied into like Greece, and I can't shut up about Greece. But it was relevant. It was actually relevant, and I wasn't like completely derailing the conversation. And he was just like, "You need to leave. You need to go.
What?
You're being
he kicked you out?
You're being a distraction, and people can't do their work while you're talking. And you need to leave. You're not good here. You need to go." And so again, sent down to the office. Mom was called, and I was like, "Listen, oh, I didn't realize I only had one." Mom was called, and I was like, "This is what's happening. This is the conversation we were having. You can ask anyone who I was working with, and they will say the same thing, that, you know, I wasn't distracting them. We were having a good conversation. Maybe I was personally being a little loud, because I admit I do have some...
You can't control the volume of your voice.
Yes, I do have some volume control problems. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
you're
thought that
passing them.
Yeah, well, I think there's another one down here. But I was just like, it's not fair. Oh, good job. It's not fair for him to kick me out for trying to participate with my group. And she was just like, I swear to God, I get called to this school one more time because your teachers are being idiots. I'm gonna burn this place down. And I was just like,
Well, okay, she didn't probably say that.
No, but you could tell she was thinking it. She was.
Well, we gotta be careful because we're on the internet.
Well,
people can
yeah.
take that seriously.
Yeah, but I don't
yes,
mean that.
she gets very upset,
Yes.
especially when someone messes with one of her babies.
Oh yeah, she's a mama bear.
Yeah.
That's. You know what? No, she's not a mama bear. She's a mama lion. She's a Leo, and you can tell. You can absolutely tell.
I mean, if it's anything better, like, she kind of did the same to us. Like, if we mess up, we get that same anger. Like, it's not just strangers or, like, outside people. We get it, too.
I raised you. How dare you do this to me? You're embarrassing me in front of everyone. Don't do this.
I don't know how many times I've heard the phrase, I brought you into this world, I can take you out of it.
Yes! And I'm just like, do it. Please. Please.
It's kind of gotten into like a laughing matter now.
Oh,
just because we are all adults and we all kind of realize where she's coming from.
Oh yeah.
And we know. Like, we get it. We're dumb sometimes. We make ridiculous decisions, and sometimes it takes her being angry for us to be like, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I'll go the other way in this situation.
You know, and we kind of talk a lot of crap about our mom, but honestly, she's awesome.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that we talk crap about her. There are a lot of times just being her children that is just kind of like, oh, this sucks. Like, when you're young and you get grounded, you're automatically gonna be like, oh man, this is terrible, and you're gonna have a problem with it. It's kind of the same thing. It's just we're all adults now, and yet we still get the same. Like, obviously we don't get grounded, but it's just kind of like when she's upset with us for any reason, then she portrays the fact that she's very disappointed in us.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but that's very hard for me to take. Obviously she's our mother. She's helped us through every single thing that we've been through in our lives. And I mean, for me, that means like going through cancer and being in the hospital and all of this. Like 2 years of my life, she stuck by my side and refused to leave me. So I don't know if that means that I take it even worse, but when I know that I've upset her or that she's disappointed or anything like that, I take it really hard.
Yeah.
So, while I may complain once in a while, like, oh, she should just lighten up a little bit about this certain circumstance, I also understand that she is so important to me that I'm more likely to get over it than she is.
Yeah. And I complain a lot about her, but I literally would not have any other mom than her.
Oh no. There is not another person in this world that would stick up for us the way that she has. Like, we have done some messed up things, and she is just right there like, yeah, you screwed up, I'm not happy, but I'm gonna help you through it.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, she's...
Jak!
Run!
Yeah.
The
Like, when we make
tornado is
mistakes,
rising!
it's exactly like that. She's just like, you guys screwed up, but I get it. Accidents happen. Let's work through this together.
Yeah. Get us both out of this situation. Because I will say, a lot of it is that we have embarrassed our families now.
Yeah.
So a lot of, like, enforcing the help is more just, like, we need to get the family out of this situation.
Family honor.
Which I get, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not to say anything bad. It's just like, sometimes it feels like the family for yourself, and there are certain points in life when you really just need it to be about yourself.
Come on. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I could see you feeling that a lot, being that you are like the youngest child. And I know that my medical problems took all of the attention to myself, which isn't usual for a middle child. Usually it's the
middle
oldest child that gets all the attention.
It's usually like the middle child is ignored or whatever.
Yeah. And we just had like freak incidents where I got all the attention, and I've always felt bad about that because it took it away from you guys. You guys don't know this, but we have an older sister, and then I'm in the middle, and then Electo is in like the I hate to say last place because that just sounds bad.
Third place ain't bad.
But
That's a bronze.
yeah, when I got sick, it was just kind of like everything was about me. Not that I wanted it to be that way, but it kind of had to be.
Yeah. And I will never fault you for that because you can't help what happened to you.
I like being alive.
Yeah,
It's kind of nice.
I like having you alive. I like having you here. Oops, don't fall in.
But I've always been like, okay, ever since then, I've always tried to kind of stay in the background so that you guys could do your own thing and get your own acknowledgements and all that kind of stuff. And what I felt the worst about is the fact that the 1.5 to 2 years that I spent in the hospital, Mom and Dad were always there with me. They would take off work, they would leave you guys at home. Granted, Amanda was, what, like 12, 13?
Yeah.
So, you guys were capable of being alone, you know, because she could take care of you.
Yeah.
But I still felt bad that you didn't really have your parents during that time.
And
what I'm getting at, though, is when it comes to Mom, like, she pretty much lost her job because of being with me at the hospital.
Yeah.
She was gone so much, and the, like, insurance companies, they realized that she was using so much because of me that they lowered their premiums.
I know, it's awful.
And they lowered it to $1 million, which your average person would be like, oh, but that's so much. But even at that time, we had already reached 2 million.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of like, regardless of what happens right now, we're screwed. And that, plus a lot of other things, made it so I can't remember if she left on her own or if it was like a mutual decision. I don't know. But just the fact that she would do something like that, like, she loved that job.
Yeah.
Working at the funeral home, which again is kind of a weird job, but we're a weird family.
Oh yeah.
So it works out.
Bunch of crazies here.
So I give so much credit to Mom because of just not only during those years, but that was just kind of precursor to everything else that she has done for all of us, not just me. But yeah, like I guess I do get frustrated sometimes.
Yeah.
But I also still remember every single thing that she has put on the line, like her own life at times.
Oh yeah.
Like she has her own health problems, and she would still put that aside in order to help us.
Yeah. When I think of everything that she's been through and everything that she's sacrificed for the sake of us,
yeah,
I am just blown away, and I'm just like, like the very kind of self-hating part of my mind says, how can you have done so much for us and still have so much love for us? Like we...
Oh yeah. We were screwed up kids.
Oh yeah. We've screwed up a lot of
fireballs when you're powered up with yellow eco.
And yet she loves us so much anyways. She always doing her best to try and help us out. And you know, we don't always see that. We don't always see everything that she does for us.
Yeah.
And it's very, very humbling. Yeah, she loves us. And sometimes she shows it in a rather bizarre way. But that's just her.
She gets frustrated just like everyone else.
Yeah. You know, we're all human.
It's understandable sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of times where you're left thinking, what just happened?
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of like, what just happened here? What's
why is this a thing?
Yeah.
But, you know, it always works out.
If you go and get that yellow one up, will that be too close to them? Will they attack you? Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, I just remembered that I need to speak up. My normal voice is very low and rough. When I speak my normal volume, it does not pick up on the camera or the mic.
Now I'm having the opposite problem. Like I feel like I'm always too loud. And that probably goes back to just like when I was a little kid, like in school and really anywhere. I was always told, you're being too loud, sit down and shut up. You know, just stop being you. And so yeah, I'm trying not to bust everyone's ears. So if I do, tell me. I don't mean to do it. It's just bad habits at this point. I do want to say, so we were at the graduation ceremony for our 2 exchange students, and I'm so glad you have met them. They really are great girls.
Oh yeah,
they're awesome. What frustrates me is after everything was said and done, after the whole ceremony was over, we sat in that auditorium for like 20 minutes waiting for them to find us. Like, the auditorium was empty, and we were just like, where are they? Can't find them. They're not here. What's happened? You know, we were starting to get worried, like, maybe they had run off somewhere and didn't know where we were at.
Shoot those rat nests to stop the rats from coming
Come to find out, they, like, the teachers or whatever, whoever was in charge of, like, getting all the caps and gowns from the kids who had, like, borrowed them,
yeah,
had tracked down Marina because she was borrowing one because Leia was using mine,
Okay.
and demanded that she give it back right then. Right then and there. She had to give back her cap and gown. And it's
A
like...
bit harsh.
Yeah, and it's like... Can't she just bring it to the school on Tuesday? Because they won't have school tomorrow, because tomorrow's Memorial Day.
Well, they're seniors, so school for them should be over.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in any case, she could have brought it back to them. Because we really wanted to get pictures of them in their caps and gowns, you know, and their diplomas and all done up. And that frustrates me.
I mean, we still have my gown. So, in all honesty, she probably could have just wore mine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. And nice.
Shut up.
But yeah, I was just like, that's nonsense.
I hit the rock.
Did you see that? Only 3 more tethers to go.
I like how you get a free power cell for every tether.
Yeah. I mean, they have to give them to you somehow.
Yeah, that's true.
Wish we had pizza.
Yeah. Did all the pizza rolls get eaten last night?
If they didn't get eaten, they were left out all night. So they're probably not good.
Yeah, all we have left is the pepperoni, and that's no good to you.
No.
We need more vegetarian options. In like
would agree with that. I did, the other day I made, Ben made vegetarian chili.
Ooh.
And I picked up vegan hot dogs, and we had, like, chili cheese dogs. Oh my god, they're so good.
I was gonna say, do you remember getting the, I think the brand was, Morningstar?
Yeah. That's all I eat right now.
Yes. The, Boca riblets that they would make.
Oh,
So
yes.
I love them.
And you're not vegetarian.
No, I'm
and
not.
yet you enjoy them, so I feel like that's
Look out, Jack! It's an ambush!
saying, hey, this stuff's actually pretty good.
The first time I had those specifically was I made a couple of them, and you were just like, here, try it. You didn't tell me what it was made of. All I knew was that...
I love doing that.
Yeah. All I knew was that they were vegetarian. I didn't know what exactly that entailed. And I tried it, and I was just like, are you sure? Yeah, I was like, are you sure this is, like, not real meat? Because this tastes exactly like real meat.
Like a McRib?
Yes. Delicious,
pretty
and I
simple.
loved it.
While I love vegetarian food, whether I was trying to be vegetarian or not, like, not only are they good for the fact that you're not killing animals, but they're really good for, like, Earth itself. And they're good for you.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the products, you end up getting more protein than actual meat.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think of, but awesome at the same time,
If I think about it, it's something like... I think this is something I learned maybe in like a biology class. Was that like energy transference, and like we all get energy from the sun, whether directly or not.
Yeah.
So plants get like 100% of their energy from the sun. The animals that eat the plants get 10% of that original energy from the sun.
Yeah.
And then we, who eat the animals, get 10% of their 10%. So we're getting like only a 1%. And that's if you're doing a direct line of sun to plant to animal to human.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's sun to plant to animal to slightly larger animal to maybe another slightly larger animal or to a human.
Yeah.
So it's just better in general. Just eat plants, unless of course you like have an allergy to like certain plants. Like Leia is allergic to like every type of berry, and I feel so bad for her. She will never know.
Sucks.
She will never know how delicious strawberry shortcake is. She will never know.
She can't have a triple berry pie. I remember I made that for my birthday. 'Cause we're not kidding. We're pie. But I make my favorite pie. It's triple berry. Either triple berry or raspberry. They're pretty much the same thing, but it's 2 separate pies. Anyway, so I had made this, and all of a sudden we all sat down with our plates, and it was just like Leia couldn't eat it, and I got so sad. It kind of made me feel the way meat eaters feel towards me.
You're just like, why?
And they like try to feed me this amazing meal, and then I'm just like, oh, I can't eat it. And they always get this like, oh, you poor dear. I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
But I do feel that way about Leia, how she can't eat berries. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always just like, oh, your life sucks. Oh.
She can't eat berries. She can't eat a couple different types of vegetables. Like, she can't eat peas.
Yeah, she's got weird stuff going on.
But I mean, you can't help your allergies.
No.
And, I mean, she seems to be doing fine.
Should go back.
Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of that frog. 'Cause I hate those things. They're so annoying because they shock you and just...
Yeah, like, I get it. Some people can't eat things. Which is why a lot of people say that someone who's, like, vegetarian, not because they are allergic to it, but because they choose to be, that going to a restaurant that the waitress, waiter, or the chef is going to be more upset with you because it's not like a medical thing, it's just that you don't want it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm kind of on the edge of that type of thinking, just because, like, I didn't necessarily choose to be a vegetarian, but I also did at the same time. Like, I can't stand the animals being in pain, killed. Like, I just can't do that.
I would say in that case, then, rather than, how shall I put this? You chose to be a vegetarian because animals cannot choose. You know, in that scenario, animals cannot choose whether they live or die.
Yeah.
So you decided, I am going to help make that choice to try and help more animals stay alive. Would that be a correct... Oh, Becca.
Oh, dang it.
Would that be a correct assumption?
Yeah, because, like, it's obviously a choice to be vegetarian, unless it's, like, some sort of allergy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for me, it was just, like, I just wanted to help out.
Sure.
So, it's still a choice, but I guess, in my mind, it's not a choice, because that is all I'm gonna do. Like, I refuse to eat anything animal-wise, you know?
Well, I mean, like, a direct animal product, like animal byproduct.
I do still consume dairy.
Dairy, yeah.
Eggs are kind of an iffy subject.
Yeah, because it's kind of like... I totally understand the eggs thing. Because, like, chickens produce eggs all the time.
Yeah.
Like, whether they're fertilized or not, that's what makes the difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, okay, what's kind of funny, and kind of gross, one of my favorite YouTubers he considers them to be like chicken periods.
Yes, I've heard that too.
And yeah, it's gross, but it's kind of like a funny way of thinking of it.
And you know, it's pretty accurate.
I mean, yeah, because like human periods, we produce eggs.
Yeah.
Theirs are just bigger.
Yeah.
I guess.
More solid, maybe. I don't know.
I do get weirded out. Like, okay, the other day, Ben was making like scrambled eggs or something.
Yeah.
So, and he ended up getting a double yolk, and he was just like, "Oh, awesome! Like it's like a twofer, like a
2-for-1?
2-in-1." Yeah, and all I could think of was
Twins.
that could have been twins.
Yeah.
And I just could not get that out of my head. And that's the problem with me being a vegetarian. Like, that is the description of why I'm vegetarian, is I can only think of what would come from this animal, this baby. Like, they're babies. Like, we're not going to eat our own babies just because they died.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, earlier today, I was watching a video of Gordon Ramsay. Love Gordon Ramsay. Great guy. And he was doing like an inside kind of bit about shark fin soup.
Oh,
which in
I've
my
seen
mind-
that. Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh yeah. And first of all, I thought it was hilarious the fact that he was just like, I paid $80 for this, and it tastes literally of nothing.
Yep.
And then second, I was really touched by the fact that he actually went onto an active shark fishing boat.
Yep. I watched that too.
He watched how it happened, and he was just like, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. And it was really hard for me to watch because because of how incredibly cruel it is. Because for those of you who don't know, shark fin soup obviously is made from shark fins.
But that's it.
That's literally it. It's that and like broth. How they get the fins is they catch the shark, and then while it is still alive, then they cut off the fins, the tail, and then they throw what is left of the shark back into the ocean.
Which obviously, without the fins, they can't swim.
Yeah.
So they literally just drown.
Yeah.
Because they can't, like, roll themselves over. They can't do anything. Because their fins are like our legs. It's kind of like chopping off your legs and your arms, throwing you in a pond, and being like, good luck!
Yeah. It's probably one of the most cruel, like, the most vicious animal cruelty things ever.
Oh, yeah. To come out with nothing. Just a bland, like, somewhat fishy tasting water?
Yeah.
No!
So he got all these different videos that he recorded of like an actual fishing boats going out and how they work. Of a shark fin market, which was essentially this huge rooftop filled with tables filled with fins. And he literally said there must be tens of thousands here. Or maybe he just says there must be thousands here. Regardless, he did all this, and one of the things that really got me was one of the sharks that they caught was like real small. And he was just like, how can you catch that? You know, it's so small. And he's like, one of the fishermen was just like, it's easier to catch the small ones.
So like the babies.
Yeah, he was just like, it's easier to catch the small ones because they're babies and they're not strong enough to get away.
Oh.
So they're literally catching baby sharks that are probably less than a year old and giving them a death sentence. And so he gathered all these videos, all this information, and called up, like, I think it was like the 5 most prominent Chinese restaurants in London, showed them these videos and was just like, guys, we gotta stop this. Not only is it completely unethical, but I don't want to say it's not worth it, but that's kind of what he was getting at, was that all the terrible things that happen for shark fin soup to happen is not worth it.
And they call it a delicacy.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel about veal.
Oh,
like,
I
it's
hate that.
such a delicacy. Yeah, because all that it goes into is, like, you chain up a baby cow to the point that it can't move ever because it makes the meat so tender. And then that's, like, the best ever. No!
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It's awful. But he managed to convince all those people, like the 5 different restaurants, he managed to convince them all to help him try and get shark fin soup banned from London and from a bunch of restaurants. And so Gordon Ramsay continues to be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he's a little harsh sometimes in his shows.
Yeah.
But that really shows you that he cares.
Yeah.
Like, he's not just someone that's out there like, oh, well, if it's edible, then we might as well just eat it. No, he actually cares about the product, and I hate to say that because when it comes to animals, I don't consider them products. I consider them like families and babies and but it seems like even though he is all for cooking meat, eating meat, selling meat, all of that kind of stuff, that he still actually cares about the animal during that process.
Yeah. So he's pretty awesome. I love him.
Oh yeah. I love even just the fact that like he's so in your face. Like, yeah, he can get kind of a bit much sometimes, but I still love that. Like, it's his passion.
And the thing is, most people when they think of like Gordon Ramsay being angry, they think of like Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares. The thing is, Hell's Kitchen, all the contestants on there are supposed to be they're supposed to be people who have gone through like culinary school. So when he gets mad at them, it's because they should know better. You know, they're making a stupid mistake that, you know, they should know better. With Kitchen Nightmares, when he gets mad at people, it's because they won't listen to him.
Yeah.
They assume that they're, you know, I'm a small-time restaurant owner. I know better than this Michelin star chef who has like 20 fantastic restaurants all over the frickin' world. But then you go and watch shows like MasterChef, and especially MasterChef Junior.
Oh,
and he's so encouraging. He just wants to make people better. He wants to help them grow and, you know, expand their craft. And he's just such a nice guy because he knows that these people they're amateurs. They don't have any formal training. He gets that.
They're children.
Well, even in like regular MasterChef, he's like, you know what? I know that you guys, you're here because you're passionate about it, because you want to become better. And he gets that. And, you know, it comes across that he just wants to help. You know, and then it's only with the people who are real belligerent about it and who are just kind of being jerks, or again, like with Hell's Kitchen, where they should know better. Yeah. Those are the ones he gets upset with. I have never seen him get mad, or at least get like screamy, angry mad, on MasterChef.
No, because for the most part, all those people seem to know what they're doing. Yeah. Again, because they've gone through the classes and everything. I think Hell's Kitchen is a lot of amateurs. It's a lot of like.
It's the reverse. Hell's Kitchen are the people who are supposed to have gone through culinary school.
A lot of them say that they're just like moms, that they just cook at home.
Oh.
I think the master chef is the people that have gone through schooling and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. Well then, that doesn't make any sense, because then why would he be getting mad at a bunch of amateurs? I mean,
because he's trying to, like, weed out the bad ones.
That's true. But regardless, he's a great person.
Oh, yeah.
Cares.
I've watched a lot of his, like, personal YouTube channel and all that kind of stuff, his podcast, everything. And he's so sweet in real life, especially with his kids. Like,
oh, they're so great.
Yes. Anyways.
Yeah.
Howdy,
We'll talk to
friends.
this guy.
Come my beautiful swamp. I own these here parts. Everything that doesn't sink into the mud, that is.
Judging by the smell, I'd wager your bathtub sank in the mud long ago.
What's a bathtub? Anyway, I got bigger problems now. Seems some nasty lurker varmints are grousing about, snatching everything they can get their grubby little paws on, and scaring away my pet hip hog, Farley. He's been missing for nigh on to a coon's age. I've been putting out his favorite snack. Those ornery swamp rats keep stealing them. If you could keep those pesky critters away long enough, I just know Farley will smell them vitals and come back. Will you help me out? Good.
I remember this one being an annoying kind of thing.
Shoot all them rats.
Like,
from eating at least one
difficult,
of them snacks.
but annoyingly difficult. Like, it's so stupid. You gotta mash the button.
Pretty much. Aim and shoot. Because for the most part, this stuff kind of like, it seeks out its own target. So you can just kind of get in the general area and it'll chase it down. But they'll like sneak up on your sides here. You gotta try and get them early. Nope.
Get him!
Come on.
Get some! Get some!
Come on. No, come on. Right. Good. Okay, perfect. Come on. Almost there. Yeah!
First time.
Thanks a heap for the help.
Oh, that's your pet. Got a little hat on. So cute. Alrighty, let's go. So much stuff. Oh, I can leave before I have to.
I love his robot dance.
I love how each time he does like a unique little dance.
Yep.
It's real cute. It's good animation. Oops. Oof. That should have been the last one.
That dirigible's barely hanging on. Let's find
Did
the
we
last
miss-
tether.
I think there was one section that
Oh.
with all the pink bat thingies.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just circle back around to it, I guess. Oop. Oop, that doesn't work. Oh. Oops, oops.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, well. Saved it. I might need to...
Should
Yeah.
we go back or just finish it and then go back to the beginning?
Well, I...
A middle point for either.
Yeah, we may as well just finish this out and then go back. Because this will actually circle back to the front.
Yeah.
And then... Oh my goodness. Alright, well there you
Yep.
go.
Dang it.
We've got a lot of orbs. Go pay off a lot of people.
Okay, so this is the end / beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's where we came in at.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Right?
Yeah, you're dropping a little.
Maybe it's not my fault. Dang it! I don't know, we really need to get this microphone working.
Yeah, we actually have a standing mic that we want to use instead of using the headsets. I can't figure it out. I'm not smart enough to figure it out at this point.
If any of you have any ideas, that would be greatly appreciated.
Because what it is my software that I'm using to try and get the headsets to work. I think because it has a microphone on here instead of just being headphones. I think it's forcing me to use the microphone rather than using the stand mic. Which is not ideal.
No, not at all. Okay, there's one right there.
So that's probably the one we missed.
I thought I saw, like, a couple of the strings that were still attached.
Check here. Yeah, you're only missing one, so that's probably it. Because there's 4 tethers.
Okay. Whatever.
I mean, when we break it, it'll tell us if there's any left. I think Daxter makes like, some comment about it, like, "Oh, it's original! It's going away now! Blah 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 blah!" think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
there
it.
we go.
Bye-bye.
Good work, Jak. Your uncle would be proud. That was a giant arm from a precursor robot. I've never seen one in such good condition.
Friend.
Yay! So we're all done here?
Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of getting 100%.
Yeah, I mean, starting back at the beginning, got all that, 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 got all that. Rock Village.
Those are probably gonna be for the Oracle. And we've got more than enough.
Yep. Got that, got that. Okay. And we should be able to do the Oracle now.
Yeah. I do remember as a kid just really not liking this area. Just it's kind of ugly. But then
yeah,
again,
it was kind of borderline scary.
Yeah.
Just because there's stuff that could hurt you all over the place.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's the thorns. There's that weird tar stuff. The rats that just keep coming out of their stupid nests was always just real weird to me.
Dang it. Speaking of rats.
Well, we are done with the boggy swamp, so we don't need to come back here.
Dang it! Well, we're at the beginning now.
Yeah. You saved us about 3 seconds of walking.
Yay! You're welcome. Remember where the Oracle thingy is?
I think it's just right out here.
Oh yeah, to the left.
Yeah, there it is.
Beware of the dark light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
I think we can do that.
Here is
Yeah,
another power cell
we're good.
for your quest.
Like ballet.
Yeah.
For your sacrifice, I offer you a power cell.
And we've still got 300 left over.
Okay, check the menu. Awesome.
Yeah, that's everything. Should we fight this boss?
Do we go there first, or do we go back to the stage?
I don't know. I thought it was like, as soon as you have enough, that machine will power on.
Okay.
Because it looks like there's someone up there.
I can't see. No.
Yes, I will be right. Okay. Do you see the blue aura
Yes.
around it? Okay, so we're good to go.
Oh yeah, she's.
Oh, let me up.
What's her name? Kira?
Kira, something like that.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder. There we go. Now be careful facing that
Spinning
monster
spaghetti.
lurker at the top.
Or spinning meatball.
I'll stay here and protect
It looks like
you.
spaghetti!
Jack, I think you're ready
Nope,
to handle that
not
monster
quite.
without...
Oh, really heroic of you.
Maybe that's the meatball, and then this is our blue spaghetti.
Sure, why not?
It's made with blue cheese.
Beat him, then...
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll start the next one with the mountain pass.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he was so scary as a kid. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Nope, nope. You gotta double jump at least.
I thought I had. I
Still
swear,
didn't.
I swear I'm hitting the
You
X
can't
button.
do it too fast.
Hup, hup.
There you go.
Shoot me over here.
Keep moving.
Here.
Okay.
Name, please. Get out of the way!
There's a big ol' Mimo.
Itchy now. Oh jeez! Not the shot. He keeps leading his shots. Whoop.
Come on!
Oops.
You can do it!
I believe.
I believe I can climb!
Alright, last round. It's always 3. Do not lead your shots. Don't do it. Oop.
Come on.
Oop.
Come on! So close!
Oh no!
No! That was the last one!
Really tearing
No!
at the funeral.
Feels bad, man.
Oh, I gotta get changed back now!
Shut up, Dax.
Ugh.
Careful, don't stand on that. That last battle. There's some pretty good boss music.
Yeah.
Oh, why'd he put it all the way over there? Okay, looking good.
Come on.
You can do it. Nice.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if you had to run back or not.
Usually something. Yeah.
Whenever you're in trouble, just run.
Great work! The people of Rock Village are breathing a collective sigh of relief. But there's no time to celebrate. Use your zoomer to navigate the mountain pass up ahead.
I think area triggers when you step on the green, so let's not do that, because I know it is a timing thing.
When you reach the volcanic crater, be
sure
sure
to
to visit the Red Sage's lab and activate the teleport gate so that Father and I can join you.
Okay. So that's it. We've gotten through another good third of the game, so we're
still pretty quick.
Yeah,
not bad.
We're chugging through this pretty nicely.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for bearing with us with our technical difficulties. They will probably persist because we're still very new to this, but we greatly appreciate your being here. We're loving this game. We're loving having you guys here. So we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.